Welcome to episode 76 of the Sports Marketing Machine podcast, the podcast to help those working in sports level up their marketing so they can sell more tickets, sell more merchandise, and grow their fan base. I'm your host, Jeremy Neisser. Before we get started, if this is your first episode, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. Working with numerous teams, I see a lot of data surrounding their ticket buyers, their habits, their buyer types, and really a lot of information around their tickets. Marketing directors are focused on trying to find new customers, while ticket sales teams are trying to renew or sell new ticket plans or groups. Everyone knows that. Marketing directors trying to find new customers with their advertising and what they're doing. Ticket sales teams are out there trying to renew people or sell new ticket plans. We got it. Okay. One missing link that I see, and it's very often that I see, is that there's a constant quest to find new buyers. Marketing directors trying to find new buyers, ticket sales teams trying to find new buyers. There also needs to be an intentional focus on customer service for your current ticket buyers. That's the main takeaway here, is customer service for your current ticket buyers. Let me give you an example. I work with one team that is up in a whole bunch of different categories. 12% up in groups, 6% in season tickets, 17% mini plans. I got a 9% increase in single game tickets. But their in-park number, their in-park attendance, those butts and seats, they're down 7%. After we took their data and we started digging into it, we uncovered that their mini plan holders and season ticket holders were using their tickets fewer times this year than last year, which means that their scan rates had gone down. Let me go through a few numbers with you. Their season ticket attendance, their scan rates was 39%. Previous year was 47%, so a 8% drop. Mini plan this year was 54%, last year was 74%, so a 20% drop. So when you lose 20% of your attendance for mini plan holders who are making up a bunch of different games during your season, and your season ticket attendance is down 8, 10, 5%, whatever that may be, you're going to see a dramatic drop in your butts in seats, your in-park attendance. So this means that their in-park was down, and they need to really focus on their customer service with their current ticket buyers. There should be phone calls, seat visits, and opportunities to exchange unused tickets for upcoming games. When you do that, you give yourself a fighting chance to increase your in-park attendance. But if you're constantly focused on trying to find new ticket buyers, then you're never going to be able to catch up, because your season ticket and your mini plan numbers aren't where they typically should be or higher than what they were last year. So that's two parts there. As a marketing director, you should be trying to figure out, how do I help my ticket sales team increase the in-park number for their mini plans and season ticket holders? Part of that is promotions, part of that's communication. For your data, though, it may not be as obvious as this team's data. It's absolutely 100% worth looking into to see how many ticket plan holders are actually using their seats. Your attendance might be up and you're like, hey, sunshine, rainbows, everything is great, but your in-park number might be down a little bit. Or if it's up maybe 1 or 2%, but your actual ticket plan sales were up higher than that. Really, what I'm trying to tell you is this is a number you should take a look at, regardless if you're up in a whole bunch of areas. This team, it was pretty obvious because they were down in park attendance, but you may not be down in park attendance. Maybe you're up a little bit, but you're not up as much as you could be, and you need to take a look at your season ticket scan rates and your mini plan scan rates to see what are they this year, what were they last year. This team also asked me to run their single game attendance and group attendance. Both of those were fine, but here's the thing. There's nothing you can do about single game attendance. So if you sold a ticket to someone and it's 95% chance they come in that they're going to use their tickets, great. And your group attendance, if that's down a little bit, you got to do a better job on communicating, but there's nothing you can do now with a group that's already taken place. Before we get to today's takeaways, if you find this episode helpful, please take a moment and share a positive rating or review on your favorite listening platform like Apple or Spotify so that this podcast could get in front of other people just like you looking to grow their fan base and sell more tickets. Let's get to the takeaways. These are the main takeaways from today's episode. These are the ones that will help you think through a lot of the stuff that we talked through and really just say, hey, if we just did this, we're going to be okay. Number one, I'd rather you not get into the cycle of always going after new customers each year. As a marketing director, it's very expensive to find new customers each year. Spending some time and being intentional to view how season ticket holders and mini plan holders are using your tickets. This will improve how your in-park numbers, your per cap numbers. It improves so many other things. It also improves your renewal rates for your ticket sales team. Takeaway number two, when you do this, get 3 years of data together. And here's why I say 3 years. Because if you just look at it in a vacuum, you say, gosh, this season ticket holder never uses their seats, or they only use them 20% of the time. Well, if you've got the last few years, you could see, well, this season ticket holder used to use them 50, now they're 30, now they're 10. You can start to see, well, maybe they're not going to renew next year because they're just simply not using the seats. But if they consistently are 25%, maybe that's someone you don't necessarily worry about because they only use them 25% of the time. But having previous year's data to compare it to will give you so much insight into what to do, how to react when it comes to specific customer service with season ticket holders and mini plan holders. In some cases, you may not have to do anything. In some cases, you have to make some phone calls and go visit them in some seats and come up with a plan to help them. So let's give your ticket sales team the opportunity to increase their renewal percentage this off season. Feel free to schedule a call. Hop over to my website, sportsmarketingmachine.com, and I can show you how quick and easy it is to put together this data for you, and you would be able to have it last few years and see how are your season ticket holders using their tickets, how are they not. One report we kind of call a propensity report because they have the propensity to renew or propensity not to renew, but in this case, this really gives you a lot of insight. Whatever you want to call this report, could be season active report, whatever you want to call it. Happy to put together the data for you, help you see what's happening with your ticket buyers. Until next time.